Picture this. It's a freezing winter day and you're driving home all bundled up. The snow is falling gently, creating a picturesque scene, but the roads are treacherous. You can feel the chill in the air, and your breath fogs up the windshield slightly. The heater is on full blast, but it barely seems to make a difference. You grip the steering wheel tightly, knowing that any sudden movement could be dangerous. Suddenly, you hit a patch of black ice, and your car spins out of control. The tires lose their grip, and you feel the car sliding sideways. Panic sets in as you try to regain control, but the car has a mind of its own. The world outside the window becomes a blur as you spin around and your heart races. This is a scary reality for many drivers, especially during winter. The fear of losing control on icy roads is something that haunts every driver during the colder months. It's not just about the inconvenience, it's about the real danger that comes with winter driving. The roads can be unpredictable, and even the most experienced drivers can find themselves in a precarious situation. In Germany, icy roads cause hundreds of accidents every year. The statistics are alarming, but they only tell part of the story. Each number represents a person, a family, a life that has been impacted by the harsh winter conditions. The roads become a battleground where caution and skill are the only defenses against the elements. Some are small, some change people's lives forever, and sadly, some are deadly. The aftermath of these accidents can be devastating. Vehicles can be repaired, but the emotional and physical scars can last a lifetime. Families are torn apart, and lives are changed in an instant. The reality of winter driving is harsh and unforgiving. These numbers are shocking, but they represent real people and real lives that are affected. Emergency responders work tirelessly to help those in need, but they can only do so much. The responsibility lies with each driver to take winter driving seriously and to be prepared for the worst. It's a collective effort to ensure that everyone makes it home safely. Driving in winter, especially on train tracks, is serious business. The added challenge of navigating icy tracks requires even more caution and skill. It's not just about getting from point A to point B, it's about doing so safely and responsibly. The stakes are high and the margin for error is slim. It takes skill, focus, and respect for the power of nature. Winter driving is not something to be taken lightly. It's a test of patience, awareness, and respect for the elements. By staying vigilant and prepared, we can navigate the winter roads safely and protect ourselves and others from the chilling reality of winter driving. Germany, with its beautiful scenery and amazing trains, is a wonderful place, but winter changes everything, especially on the train tracks. Thousands of miles of train tracks go through forests, mountains, and open fields. These tracks are super important for the country, but in winter they become dangerous. Imagine a train driver fighting against snowdrifts and icy winds. They can't see well and the tracks are slippery. Every decision they make is important and every second counts. This is what winter is like on German railways. A German winter can look beautiful, but don't be fooled. Under the pretty snow hides a dangerous enemy, ice. Black ice, which you can't even see, turns roads and train tracks into ice skating rinks. Snow piles up, hiding signals and making it hard to see. When it snows heavily, it's really hard to see where you're going. And to make things worse, the freezing temperatures drain the power from batteries, making cars more likely to break down. These hidden dangers, if you don't take them seriously, can be deadly. Section 4. Tales from the Tracks. Let's hear some stories from German railway workers and train drivers about how scary winter can be. Winter on the tracks is not just about the cold, it's about the challenges that come with it. The snow, the ice, and the freezing temperatures create a unique set of obstacles that these workers face every day. Imagine waking up before dawn, knowing that your day will be spent battling the elements, ensuring that the trains run smoothly and safely. It's a job that requires not just skill, but also a great deal of courage and determination. One conductor talked about almost crashing into a pile of snow, his train coming to a screeching halt just in time. He described the heart-pounding moment when he saw the massive snowdrift ahead and knew he had to act fast. The brakes screeched, the train shuddered, and finally it stopped, just inches from disaster. It was a close call that he would never forget, a reminder of the ever-present dangers that winter brings to the tracks. Another remembered a terrifying night driving through a blizzard, using only his instincts and experience to guide him. The snow was falling so heavily that visibility was almost zero. The wind howled and the train rocked from side to side. He had to rely on his years of experience and his deep knowledge of the route to keep the train on track. It was a night of intense concentration and nerves of steel, a true test of his abilities as a train driver. These aren't just stories, they show how brave and skilled these workers are, keeping the trains running in such tough conditions. Every winter they face the same challenges, and every winter they rise to the occasion. They work tirelessly, often in the most extreme conditions, to ensure that the trains keep moving. Their dedication and hard work are what keep the railway system running smoothly, even in the harshest of winters. They remind us of the constant dangers of winter on the tracks. The snow and ice can create hazardous conditions, but these workers are always prepared. They know the risks and they take every precaution to ensure their safety and the safety of the passengers. Their stories are a testament to their bravery and their commitment to their job. So the next time you take a train in winter, remember the men and women who work behind the scenes to make it all possible. Section 5. The Moment of Truth. This is a tale of resilience, bravery, and the relentless spirit of a young engineer. One story in particular is unforgettable. It was a day when nature's fury tested human determination. A young engineer, new to the job, got caught in a sudden snowstorm. The snow fell so heavily that it seemed to erase the world outside the cab. He could hardly see a thing, and the tracks were buried under a thick blanket of snow. The visibility was almost zero, and the cold was biting. He had a tough choice: stop and risk getting stuck, or keep going and hope for the best. It was a decision that could mean the difference between safety and disaster. With his heart racing, he decided to keep going. The weight of responsibility pressed heavily on his shoulders. He knew that stopping could mean being stranded for hours, perhaps even days. Every meter was a risk, every second felt like forever. The train moved at a snail's pace, the wheels crunching through the thick snow. The engineer's eyes were glued to the faint outlines of the tracks, his hands gripping the controls tightly. Finally, through the swirling snow, he saw it, a faint signal, telling him the path ahead was clear. He had made it. Relief washed over him as the signal grew clearer, guiding him safely through the storm. This moment of truth had tested his mettle, and he had emerged victorious. Section 6. Respect the rails. Driving on German train tracks in winter is not for the faint of heart. It requires respect, being prepared, and a healthy dose of fear. You need to know your route, check the weather, and make sure your vehicle is ready for winter, but most importantly, it requires deep respect for the power of nature. Never underestimate how dangerous a blizzard can be, how slippery black ice is, or how unforgiving the tracks are. Section 7. What's your story? We've all had scary moments on winter roads. Have you ever had a close call on icy tracks? Share your stories, your fears, your moments of success. Let's learn from each other, get ready together, and spread the word about safe driving in winter, because on those icy German train tracks, knowledge and caution are your best friends. Visit our website for more information on safe driving tips and helpful resources. Let's make winter driving safer together.